Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Jay Kush, Big Easy, motherfucking highly offensive, episode 27. Y'all know what it is. And if y'all don't, y'all better fucking get used to this shit because we are not going nowhere. Every motherfucking Friday, whether it's two of us or four of us, it don't fucking matter. We're gonna be in this bitch here for y'all. Anyways, I hope y'all had a good weekend. Hope y'all had a good week. I did not. It was a stressful week. Had a whole, you know, little trip to Norfolk. I don't know if Big Easy wants to speak on that at all.
No, go ahead. You got this.
Nah, I mean it was just like it's crazy how sometimes like how powerless you are in a situation that involves you. Like you would think like sometimes like you could take things into your own hands and just like make shit happen. But sometimes in life, like it don't really give you those luxuries, and you can do every possible thing you can to like try to take care of some shit, and motherfuckers gonna throw obstacles and stand in your way to, you know, not let that happen. You know what I mean? And when that happens, it sucks, and it's hard to try to figure out how how you want to proceed because sometimes when you're in that state of mind, like you really don't know like how you want to react, and it's hard to see past like your own self sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. What'd you think of the trip?
Long ass ride. It's definitely a long ass ride. Horrible traffic on the way back, but it was a kind of waste trip for that one. But I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with it for now.
Yeah, most definitely. Um, so how do you want to start this? What did
All right. First topic of the night: Boondocks comeback. Boondocks a series?
Hell
Is
yeah.
it gonna be like a? Was it like a continuation, or is it like a uh
From what I saw on Twitter, it's gonna be on HBO. It's coming in August of 2020, and it's gonna be a continuation. The picture that they had posted, it was of I guess Huey in jail, and he's 19 years old now. So I guess
that's pretty crazy.
yeah, it should be pretty interesting to see where HBO wants to take this.
That's good. It's good that it's on a premium channel. That way, they're not restricted with anything.
Mm. Yeah, can you imagine like Riley growing up?
Yeah, it's
That
crazy.
shit's gonna be fucking funny, bro.
You said Huey just got out of jail.
Yeah, independent.
That's the good one, right? That's
Yeah,
the well-behaved one.
well, the rebel.
Mm.
So well behaved may not be the best terminology, but he's you know, he's the show's dope. I mean, it's a fucking shame, John was John Witherspoon had to pass, and he's not gonna be able to resume his role as granddad. The show's not gonna feel the same without him. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess it's cool that the show's coming back, and they're gonna continue on and see where pick up from where it left off, and drop some new content in it. Because I mean, like Boondocks has always dropped content that spoke way ahead of its years. You know what I'm saying? Like way ahead of its time. Shit that like you remember like season one where the episode where with like the gay rapper type shit, you know what I mean? And then like how he had the dude, all the gangster niggas acting gay, and like, and they were like, "Oh, you mean I'm gay too?" Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like that shit was fucking hysterical, man. Like, or fucking you know, fucking Riley fucking whooping Santa's ass because you know what I mean he didn't get the gifts that he wanted and shit, like, and chasing him around a mall, or you know, Uncle Ruckus and fucking uh Stink Meaner. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be some crazy content. You know what I mean? So like I'm sad, you know, of course, that you know, Grandpa's not gonna be part of the comeback, but in some way I am a.
So his character's not gonna be in the show.
No, I'm guessing not. They were talking about offering. They're gonna bring Granddad's sister and make her like the replacement. They had already picked an actress out for that. Someone really big, and but to me it's just like, you know what I mean. It's just it's not the same, but yeah. I mean, at the same time, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Spoondocks. So
Yeah.
congrats to HBO for, you know, making boss moves like that.
Yeah, you left me with like no way to segue into the next topic.
So you could
Last
just
last thing you said was boss moves. So on to sadder news, I guess. Um, there was a shooting or at a UPS truck
oh
when it was hijacked.
here I got a perfect way segue for that. And speaking of shitty bosses, and the reason I say that is because UPS had put out a tweet to the cops thanking them,
Wow.
yeah, for their service. So I know I shouldn't fucking laugh right now, but in case, you know, there's people out there who don't fucking know what happened. There was a shooting in Miami. UPS driver had his van taken, and he was taken hostage. And the police engaged in the middle of a shootout in the middle of traffic. Like, bro, you have to see the video that they're posting on Twitter. But cops are like literally in between cars, like in like on a
Like
street,
like a movie scene.
like not like Grand Theft Auto, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just 200 shots, 200 rounds into the vehicle, and you know, it's just sad that the you know, that guy, he was just out doing his job, probably delivering Christmas gifts to people for the holiday season, and you know, some asshole takes him hostage, and some bigger assholes fucking shoot 200 rounds into the fucking truck, and you know, kill him and like three other bystanders.
Mm.
And, you know, and total 4 people dead. So that's just fucking crazy. I mean, I don't know, you know, what positives we could try to take from this. What, you know, I mean, it's just another example of, the militarized police force in America just, you know, running rampant. And I don't know what we, you know, I mean, I know it's hard to say, like, yo, the cops could have did this, the cops could have done that, but, you know what I mean, like, 200 rounds, just, when you know there's hostages in the middle of traffic, just ain't the answer.
I know that's definitely not in the training book. Like, that's not what they're supposed to be doing. I got, they watch too many movies and play too many video games. That's what it is. All these younger cops.
I don't know. I don't know if people are just, if they're just so desensitized to life now, or if, you know, they just don't,
That could be it.
you know, they don't ever have to worry about the repercussions. So they're just like, well, I mean, if I don't ever have to worry, you know what I mean, then
I'm above the law.
I could just spray 200 rounds into this UPS truck. But fuck UPS for thanking the cops. Like,
Fuck UPS for not delivering packages on time too.
you mad about that?
Yeah, I was gonna put that out there.
So for the listeners out there, since we don't want to cross, the two different UPS, with the mass shooting versus just a regular ass home delivery. Yeah, I mean, like it's a busy season out there apparently, and we're not getting their packages. But UPS, do your fucking job, and like if cops kill your fucking employees, like don't fucking thank them on Twitter. You know what I mean? Just you don't have to condemn them either if you don't want to. You know what I mean? Just take a moment of silence to just shut the fuck up, but don't thank them. You know what I mean?
Well, staying on shootings, Navy base shooting. You want to start that one off?
Yeah. So speaking of more fucking wild shit in Florida, it's the goddamn wild wild west out there. Fucking, we got people just fucking blasting. From what I seen on Twitter, I think there was like 10 dead so far. I'm about to.
Is that where you were stationed?
No, I was stationed in Mayport, which is like Jacksonville. But let me look up the facts real quick. You know what I'm saying? Not that. You know what I mean? We just want to make sure that we give an accurate description of the death toll and oh damn. The Pensacola shooting gunman was a military pilot from Saudi Arabia training in the U.S. That is not a good look. Fucking. Because you already know Trump's gonna use that. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then again, I don't know, because Saudi Arabia is his ally, so. Like, he may not just.
You ever watch the Patriot Act on Netflix?
With the one guy, yeah, a couple. I think like I seen one of his episodes.
You know, he made an episode of describing how like China works and how China's government works and everything, and they made Netflix take the episode down.
That's not the only one. Saudi Arabia made him take another one down,
Mm.
where he explains the Khashoggi links to the Saudi prince, and like they weren't fucking around. That shit, they're like Netflix. We will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Was it that one movie? What's that one movie? I don't know if you ever saw it. Damn, where the guy's like, waiting on
Borat?
facts. Huh?
Borat?
I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was Borat or
No,
not,
not
but
Borat. No, but it was by the same guy.
Yeah.
The Dictator movie. I can't remember.
the Dictator, I think it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, 8 people were wounded. Um, Let me see. So yeah, a couple people died. I don't know. I can't say. It doesn't say the exact numbers. It says it's too early to tell if it's terrorism. It's just a crazy time to be alive in America. You know what I mean? We try to be the best to be responsible gun owners. You know what I mean? But
I was talking to my dentist about that when I was getting work on my teeth, and he was saying how like now he feels like he has to carry a weapon, like whether it's the mall, he feels a need to carry.
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, cause he's
Strapped to buy some clothes.
yeah, because like not, that shooting that was in Regal's cinema.
Yeah.
You never know, bro. And he's like, he has his daughters with him. He's like, I'm not going out. And he's like, his daughters like to go to the mall all the time. He's like, I'm not gonna take him to a mall and not have protection for him. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Well,
It's too crazy. He told me they found a dead body in Springett the other day, and apparently it was there for 3 or 4 days.
That's nice. I know. I was looking into that Regal shooting, and they were saying
They caught somebody, right?
Yeah, they're looking for a second gunman. They arrested one person, but essentially that it wasn't like a random attack.
Yeah, it was targeted.
It was targeted specifically to those two people that they shot.
Yeah, because like the girlfriend was saying that the guy walked up to him or to the guy or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with these people, and Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speculate too much because I don't know the story behind, you know what I mean? But whatever it was, you know, what I mean, shooting people in a fucking movie theater just ain't it.
Mm.
Not today, not yesterday, not tomorrow. Like fucking shooting people at a Navy base. I mean, shooting people. Period. Fucking like if it ain't self defense, I mean, like, and you're not trying to protect your family from like a fucking burglar or some shit, like, or somebody trying to attack you or something. I mean, there's no need to be shooting people. Like, this is. I mean, unless like, you know, what I mean, we can think of some other good, you know, maybe pedophiles. You know what I mean? But other than that, like,
No, but speak of good defenses, 6ix9ine had a good defense because he got some crazy deals. Didn't he end up sitting on like 4 people?
mm,
4, 5, 5, 4. I think it's 4.
well, I think
And
what's crazy is that
he's not serving no time, right?
the prosecutors recommended little to no time.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is, and they tried to make him look like he wasn't as big as of a snitch as he was. They were like, no, it was, you know, it was only 4 people that he caused indictments on. But like, nah, you snitched on the whole squad, bro. Like, we heard the audio, we got the transcripts, like, fucking, that shit's wild, yo. Like that, like the I mean the
I
whole.
mean, everybody expected him to snitch, obviously.
I
So
mean,
it's not a surprise.
no,
Don't get that wrong. It's not a surprise,
nah,
but
ain't nobody surprised that he's singing. Yeah, I mean, but what's surprising is just that he's getting no time, like
yeah, that is
little to no
surprising.
time, like
I thought he'd get like 3 to 5 or something like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, but no time. Yeah, I mean, like that's just like crazy. It's considering like how much the other guys are doing, considering just like even like the Bobby Schmurder case,
Mm.
like Bobby Schmurder got 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking obviously he refused to snitch on his homies, but you know it's it's wild because he wasn't what he would like what they were doing were similar. Like what Takashi was doing was on a bigger level, on a bigger stage. Like you know they were running around Times Square shooting up fucking hotels and fucking you know what I mean. Like this is like some real shit. You know what I mean? Like this ain't no like you know the nigga down the block doing some dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is a bunch of motherfuckers acting up and just like and of course they're getting you know they're facing their time like men. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean when you live that life like you know there's a code. You don't snitch. You know what I mean? So like despite you know what they've done, at least props to them for fucking owning up to their decisions and you know just facing the time like real men. But
Oh yeah.
it's just crazy that Takashi just you know that got that the hookup like that. Like you think Takashi's gonna be? I mean, supposedly he said he's gonna make music once he comes out, but you think he like
Yeah,
I
but
know we're not the first podcast to talk about it, but you think he'll have a successful career? You know, once he gets out of jail.
it depends like on what you define success. Is it gonna be performing in shows? I don't think so. But is it gonna be making music and making money? Probably. More than likely.
Hmm.
Is he gonna make a killing? No, because he's not gonna be able to tour. At least not in the U.S. But it,
Yo, the nigga gonna be like Tupac. He gonna have the hologram, the Takashi hologram on stage.
nah. But I think he might. I think he'll definitely pop off. But again, and then I think he might be able to tour around the world, maybe,
Hmm.
but definitely not in the U.S., man. And even around the world, that is kind of dangerous
Hmm.
because that snitching shit ain't taken really lightly.
Hell no,
No,
man. Especially when you put so many people behind prison, like, and how many of families you've affected, and you know that's a lot of shit. Like you, you to just be walking out after a year, just back on your like stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, what I mean, I hope he got a stiffy with the blicky, cause he gonna need one.
A stiff with the what?
A stiffy with the blicky.
Speaking of Christmas gifts, though,
Bruh.
North Korea. What do you think that's gonna be though? The Christmas gift.
Their Christmas gift is gonna
So,
probably them talking shit.
I mean,
Just
that's kind.
probably.
It's kind of whack.
No, I mean they'll probably do a nuclear missile launch. You know what I mean, like a test.
Yeah.
Like
Whoa.
hopefully, a test. Fucking but I mean this is North Korea. You know what I mean? Like this is what they do. They talk shit. They shoot a couple missiles into the ocean, and then
They don't celebrate Christmas, do they?
I don't think so.
Damn. What if we got the date wrong and sent it like?
I don't think they celebrate anything in North Korea.
Nah. Yeah.
Like, what is there to celebrate?
Just the leader in North Korea. Babe, what do you think it might be? Not honestly, what do you think it might be?
I mean, honestly, I think he's gonna do a missile test. You know what I mean, to try to be like, oh,
Or maybe like a new weapon.
I mean, no, probably.
I'm saying like a new weapon. Like he might show us a new weapon, like maybe something crazy.
Nah, I don't think he would like do something like that. Because I mean, like for they're still like in development. So like the thing with North Korea is that. So what they do like every couple of years is that they'll shoot a couple of missiles into the ocean and they'll be like, yeah, we're almost at full nuclear capabilities, and then we'll concede on a couple of things, and then they'll stop their program, and then a couple of months pass, and then all of a sudden they're just like, oh, we want some more shit, so yeah, here's our nuke, and they'll go, all right, bro, cut it out, shut the fuck up and chill out for a little bit, and then North Korea shuts the fuck up, and then. They play this game with us. So, like, I mean, I think they're probably just going to shoot another missile at, probably near Japan, like they usually do. Scare the shit out of them and be like, don't forget America, we got missiles. And then Trump's going to be like, hey, bro, fire and fury. Like.
Yeah, but aren't they, like, friends now or whatever? Cool.
I mean, are they?
I'm so confused. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I thought he was friends with Russia, but then, you know what I mean? Like, all this, tension and Syria and all this other shit, like who are our friends? It's a Game of Thrones in this bitch, bro. Like
you don't know who to trust.
Hell no, man. Like like almost all these politicians are like little fingers. Like ain't no Jon Snows and them bitches. Man, there might be like one or two Tyrions, like, but it ain't no good guys in this bitch.
Hell no. It's just lesser of two evils and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Pick your poison.
A couple of those guys that was sucking on his mom's titty, like Robin, whatever.
Talking about the Giants today?
Nah, the king from the veil, the king of the veil, the one that
yeah, little kid, yeah.
Yeah. I was watching I was rewatching Game of Thrones the other day. And he was just like, "Give me milk, I'm hungry." He was a grown ass kid. If you don't get the fuck off her lap, trying to suck
like
your mom.
13, 14 years old. And then he like show up later on too at the end of the show and try like he's all cool. I'm like, bro,
nah, bro. We remember you sucking titty. Like, I
can't recover from that.
I'm hungry.
Lips still crusty and shit. Got milk crust on his lips.
Titty milk all over his mustache, yo. His little baby stash. But
this nigga got a little beard and give me milk.
Yo, you ever had titty milk?
Nope.
Me either, but I kind of want to try some. Just
nah.
You never wanted to just try some titty milk?
Never crossed my mind.
You never watched porn with like bitches like squirting titty milk and shit, and like
no.
just wonder like, yo, like, let me just catch a couple of them drops, like, you know what I mean, like,
never.
It's just me.
Never have I ever.
I guess I'm just nasty, but Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd be alright. I'll probably do that. I mean, there's probably a lot of things. I mean, like
You
there's.
gonna, how you gonna do? You gonna walk up to just a rando
Nah,
prego?
nah. I mean, like, I mean, if we fucking maybe, but like, hopefully, you know, my big moms, like my future big moms. I mean, but we'll see how that goes. But I definitely want to try some titty milk in the future, like, like it's on my bucket list. Just because I'm a pervert like that. Like it's just
It's on a bucket list.
yeah. I mean, you you know, last week we were talking about the thick list. You know what I mean and whatnot. But it reminds me of to the episode the list of the new Joe Budden episode that we were watching earlier and whatnot. I know I try my goddamn hardest to keep the two separate. You know what I mean? Despite how many shout outs we give them and shit. But it makes me think of like my pervert bucket list. Like, because I mean, I do have one. I mean, as a guy, like, and not just like
A bucket list, as in a goal
just,
you have set.
no, just I mean, just like a list of women and just things I would want to do. You know what I mean? Like drink titty milk. Like, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah, that's not on my bucket list, bro. It's not. I don't know why it's not, but it's not.
I mean, listen, you just gotta live life to the fullest.
I guess life is not complete without a couple what do you call that? Droplets of
couple shot glasses to titty
yeah.
milk. You know, we just gotta throw them back, smoke a blunt, call it a day.
I see. Still not on my bucket list though. But speaking of children,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Former cop gets 3 months
Oh God.
for child support.
So speaking of nasty,
Yeah.
this is wild. Let's
You think I should get more because he's a cop?
fuck yeah.
I don't think he should get more because he's a cop. Unless he caused harm to someone.
I mean, I guess, but if you a cop and you jerking off to kitty porn, like I feel like you should get more time than regular people that jerk off to kitty porn. Just because you a cop and you probably can have access to kids, like you know what I mean, in some sort of way. Like nah.
I would say if he did something
I mean, of course,
that he
I mean,
harmed someone, that he should get more time.
But I mean, like, how would you know if he's a cop? You know what I mean? You can
Exactly, but you can't be throwing years on there because how you know? Just in case, little nigga. Like what? I don't know what you did last Friday, but in case you did anything illegal, nigga, here's 5 months on your sentence. What? You sound like the fucking lawyers from Virginia is pulling shit out the air. I owe 3. What? 1,400? What?
Oh shit. I mean, they nasty. You know what I mean? Like, but when you're a cop, you shouldn't be doing it. That's just.
If you're anyone, you should be doing.
No,
this.
of course, definitely.
I don't think you should get more time because you're a cop, unless you did something that only a cop can do. That would, like for example, like if he had access through back ends to look at cameras at kids to record for chop, then that's different. Like yeah, you should get more time because you abuse your cop privileges. Right? I must say privilege, but your cop perks, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's just nasty because these cops, because they're cops, they
they know how not to get caught and stuff like that too.
Well, that and these cops, they usually in good with these judges and all this other shit. So these judges like they don't even be giving them no time. Like nigga got 3 months. Like
3 months.
You think he's gonna be rehabilitated in 3 months? Like,
I mean, he should definitely be put on the list.
He's from West Manchester Township.
Oh, what's his name?
Chad Howell,
What he look like?
who now lives in who now lives in North Carolina.
Mm. Good move. Good move.
Yeah, but here's what it
Chad
say.
Howe. He looks like a pervert.
Mm.
I'm about to show the viewers.
He looks like a cop. So I mean, yeah, like it's just fucked up. Hope somebody gets some, street justice.
Now you're gonna say there's some steroid popping, child pornography watching.
They some super troopers.
I mean,
But
talking about cops though, no charges for the cop that killed the was it the black man that was riding the bike that didn't have a light on his bike, and that's crazy. Was that what would a normal person get? Like a, it's not manslaughter, is it? Or is it? Is it manslaughter? You should get manslaughter.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what, like, I don't understand. Like, I don't think you having a badge should protect you from regular laws.
I just had the idea too. Like for me, it's like I think honestly, if you get caught, if you kill if you're a cop and you kill somebody like this, like this should be it. Like this should be the end of your career as a cop. Like if you don't want to put them in jail because you're too pussy and they're too privileged and white, then like whatever. But like to let them continue to be cops in another district and then do it again.
Well, it depends though, because like, and it's I would say it's case by case, because if it's like, for example, if he's a cop, and I don't know if this is what happened or not, but if he didn't see the guy because he didn't have a light and he hit him and killed him, whatever, I don't think you should never be a cop because of that. Because there's nothing that, like, it can happen to anyone. You know what I'm saying? So if he didn't do it purposely or maliciously, or did it because he was doing something that he shouldn't have been doing while he was on duty, something like that, you know what I mean? Then I think he should still be a cop. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he should be punished for that in any kind of way. But if he did it because he was being aggressive, because he got mad that he didn't have a light on the bike, stuff like that, then for that he should get penalized or punished. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I'm
not just gonna give police officers harsh adjustment because they're police officers. You know what I mean?
I mean, but I feel like that we should because I feel like when you're you have that kind of responsibility, you've been entrusted with a power that normal people don't have and will never be like there. It's a measuring stick. You know what I'm saying?
But if they abuse that power, then I agree that they should have worse consequences. But if it's in a situation where it's normal, like. Not normal in the sense where it's normal to kill someone, but normal in the sense where it could happen to anyone. It has nothing to, like, if it had nothing to do with anything cop related, then I don't think it should be harsh punishment just because they're a cop. Like,
no, I mean I know what you mean. I mean I think, like,
but if it's like
there should be there should be a reasonable understanding of what how a cop should react in certain situations in certain environments, but just like shit like this, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's not what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is that, like, and like if he did it out of a reaction because he's a cop, like he's like, oh, he had a gun or whatever, then he should be punished. But like or more more harshly, should he get manslaughter? Yeah, because somebody else would get manslaughter. You know what I mean? But should he get something more on top of that just because he's a cop? Nah, I don't think so. Unless he did it maliciously or whatever. But if it happened like it normally would happen, then nah.
No, what I mean is that the punishment should be harsher. Not that it should just be an extra charge. I mean,
no, I'm saying not
like as in like.
I don't think it should be harsher.
Like there should be minimums that these cops have to do. Like. I think it should be murder. Like, if you murder somebody and it's not justified, you should do a bare minimum of X amount of time. That's
I think they should get the same amount of time as anybody else.
well, of course, but that's we don't live in a perfect world where people kill people and get the time that cops do. You know what I mean? Like, so until it evens out, like I think cops need to be punished because clearly they do not fear reprisal, and that's why they get away with this shit because they don't fear the consequences. So if
But again, I'm a be honest and say I didn't read into this article.
mm,
But again, if they did it maliciously or something like that, I would understand.
mm,
However, if it was an accident, I don't think because you're a cop you should be punished any more harsh than somebody else would be. Or you shouldn't have a higher. We shouldn't hold
mm,
you to a higher standard to an accident because it's a cop.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Had it been like, oh, we crossed paths and he killed them or something like that, like yeah, because the cop that's his mistake. He should definitely have a higher standard for him. But an accident, I didn't read into it, so I don't know if it was an accident or not. But
I'm trying to see exactly what caused the shooting to happen. So the incident occurred after 1:30 a.m. on June 15 when Geese spotted West riding his bike without headlight, which is required after dark. West reportedly refused to pull over and increased speed instead. A foot chase ensued after West dropped his bike and started to run. Geese said that he deployed his taser, but the prongs were not long enough to reach the suspect. The officer claimed that West tossed a gun and then fell to the ground. Gee said West reached for the gun, but he stepped on the suspect's hand. The officer said that West got his hand free and reached for the gun again. That's when Geese fired 3 shots, striking West in the head twice. The report found that Geese failed to activate his body camera. Convenient. The officer involved shootings are extremely tragic, and the aftermath is difficult to navigate for blah blah blah. That bullshit that they be saying. But so like one thing I did notice in there, right, from the cop's description, since there is his body camera wasn't activated mysteriously. This dude's reaching for this gun a lot, like from what he's saying. So I mean, like, I don't know any any. Nah, I'm not gonna say that because I mean that's stereotypical. I don't want to put that out there. But for example, right, like I don't know any person that is like being chased by a cop and at like for example if a cop like got on top of them and they dropped their gun and they're pretty much about to get arrested, is sitting there continuously reaching for the gun. If like the cop got the gun on you and is like got the drop on you, like that's it. You know what I mean? Like a motherfucker ain't, especially like if you're a black man in America, like I just don't see him just continuously just reaching for this mysterious gun that what I mean wasn't seen because it ain't on video. So I mean it's obviously the officer's word against the family of the victim, and it's ain't nothing that's
he said
going.
he shot him in the back of the head twice, right?
I shot him in the head twice.
See, that's where I like again that going back to like the couple weeks ago when we were talking about the guy who had the lady attacking with a knife. Like if you had the kid already on the ground, first of all, you stepped on his hand to prevent him from hitting the gun. I don't know any guy that would be able to pull his hand or his arm out of from under a foot that has full weight of. I'm assuming probably a 200 plus pound cop. Second of all, again, even though he has a gun, even shoot at him, even though he has a gun, your job is to detain that person. Like, in the event that he's aiming the gun at you, go ahead, shoot him. But if he's down on the ground and you stepped on his hand and secured his hand from reaching the gun, and you start reaching for the gun somehow, but he hasn't reached it, and you have him on the ground, and you're obviously standing up over him because he's stepping on his hand. Your job is to detain him, not to shoot him in the back of the head. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. That, like, why is that the result? Like, you already had him there. Just handcuff him. You know what I mean? Like, punch him a few times. You know what I mean? But that he'll recover from that, but he ain't gonna recover from headshots.
So then now again, I mean, like, with no charges being filed, you know what I mean, against this cop, then is this just? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know there's not much we can say because we're only speculating. You know what I mean, on a situation.
Well, you told me you said it was just that the guy that shot the lady with a knife was he didn't get no time. Do you think so? Do you think that he should be treated the same way?
No, because we have video of one and no video of the other. So we saw the lady charging at the cop with the scissors.
But assuming that his story is what happened.
Well, I mean, you just said, I mean, if he had him pinned, then what was the need to shoot him in the head twice?
But assuming the story has happened, do you think that he deserves time?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't the guy deserve time that shot the lady?
Because he
didn't have her pinned, but he could have shot her leg. She had a knife. She had a knife, bro. A knife.
She had some scissors.
Like, scissors, whatever. Yeah. Scissors. Even better, scissors. She had no gun, bro. But isn't that like a little racist to say that because this guy, I'm assuming this cop was a white cop, and that one was not a white cop. Isn't that a little racist?
I mean, I told you before, like,
or prejudice, I guess.
Is it wrong? Yes, but I mean, is it wrong? What's? I mean, tell me which one's. I mean, no, because then that's like dualities. But to me, I live in a world where, you know what I mean, it's so wrong for me to say these things, but cops kill these people with no repercussions, and it's, you know, just, sorry, we're gonna do it again tomorrow. Oh, but you're so wrong for saying that.
So what are you saying about being the racist thing?
I'm saying, like,
or prejudice.
Am I prejudiced? I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, what minority who's oppressed in America isn't? I just admit it. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and play nice. Like,
but if we want to make a difference, shouldn't we be different?
Of course. And I mean, do we not have, like, you know, white people that we interact with, like, regularly?
But that goes back to Yolanda's post. Just because we got white people that we interact, now like that justifies everything.
No, it doesn't justify
that I do. That the original post that she reacted to, because I didn't understand what she was saying, because I was all lost. She's up here, I'm down here. But the
for your own camera,
huh? No, I'm saying she's up here, I'm down here. So the original post that she that was posted, I do agree with. It's like, when you say, let's take somebody says, she tells somebody you're racist, and they not have black friends, okay, that has nothing to do with you not being racist. But the same thing. That's what I was saying, basically.
I mean, is it racist for me as an oppressed minority to wish the same oppression, or almost close to the same oppression? You know what I mean?
That goes back to if we make a difference, shouldn't we be different?
Of course. But again, like, you see, even like in a situation now that I'm dealing with, like, there's only.
You think that what's his name, Liam Neeson, was okay for going out and trying to kill a black person?
No,
right? So the reason that he went to go kill a black person was because somebody he knew was raped by a black person, right? That makes no fucking sense, right? So if that don't make no sense, right? So if somebody that you come across with had a family member that was killed by a Puerto Rican, and they killed you because you're Puerto Rican. You're like, I fucking hate Puerto Ricans because my girlfriend was killed by a Puerto Rican or whatever. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
So isn't it crazy for us to lump a group of people and say, hey, if you guys did it, hey, I'm gonna do it. That's
so
cool.
Let me ask you this. So then, do you think Muhammad Ali was racist?
Why is that?
I mean, because of exactly what he said with about the snakes and how do you distinguish which one's venomous and which one's normal and which one is non-venomous?
I don't think it's racist in thinking. What causes problem isn't thinking differently, or thinking like, for example, like from I see it as, let's say you in your head you're like, hey, white people are this way, right? And you're cautious to white people or whatever. I don't think that, to me, that's not racist. It's the actions that you, or what you act on how you feel, is what makes you the actual active or the actual racist person. You know what I mean? Because I may have throughout the day, right? I might have crazy thoughts. Like I might, when we were at the law firm, right? I was thinking about, damn, how can I eliminate all these people and not get caught, right? But I'm not gonna go through with it. You know what I mean? So I don't have to worry about the consequence of going of what would have happened if I went through with it, because I didn't act on it. So I don't think that if you feel like, if you grow up and you grew up your parents telling you, hey, watch out for black people, or watch out for black people, watch out for black people, and that's all, and you feel, and as you grow up, you're like, in your head, you're like, oh, you see a black person, you're like, it makes you feel some way. I don't think that's that in a say. Like, you having a thought about someone that makes you racist, but how you act on it, like that. I think that's what, because we have random thoughts all the time. I might say, hey, look at this, fat person or whatever. But I don't have nothing against them.
How do I act on my prejudices? How do I act upon my prejudices?
By saying, it's not what you think inside, it's what you spew out. So by you saying, hey, it's okay because this was done before, no, two wrongs don't make a right is what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but again, because we live upon a state of constant oppression, and since that's not going to change, then I'm not going to change and wishing the same.
I mean, like, that's fine, but I think it's
I want equality. Because I've been lied to all my fucking life. I've been told all men were created equal. I was told that I mattered just as much as everyone else, and that was a fucking lie. Not all men are created equal. Some people are inherently more important than others. Some people get more rights than others. Some people get to kill people and get away with this. Some people get to fucking sell weed and go to jail for life because of their skin color, and that hasn't changed. Fucking Malcolm X, dead.
But treating somebody
Martin
different,
Luther King, dead.
Treating somebody different because of the skin color is wrong.
Anybody who's ever stood up against the oppressor has been killed.
No one's denying that, was that?
So then, how can you sit there and say that I'm wrong for what I believe, when everyone that has ever stood up up against that machine has been murdered and ruthlessly slaughtered?
I'm not saying, look, you can never tell somebody that they're wrong on what they feel, because that's their feelings. I can tell you I disagree with you, and I can ask you a question about why you think the way you do. That's what I was doing, is asking you a question, because it doesn't make sense to me. How can you want someone to treat you some way and justify you treating them the same way that they treat you, because they treat you that way, and want something different? It's never gonna happen. That's why one of the greatest animes ever was Naruto, because that whole anime is just about that. Violence begets violence. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing. If you, I get the point. Like, it's like I tell a customer at work, ma'am, sir, you have all the right to be frustrated. Don't mean you gotta talk to me like an animal. You get what I'm saying? You have. I'm not saying that you're wrong in how you feel because you feel how you feel, but just because you might feel a certain way against a certain group of people, does it mean that entire group of people is did something to you? No. Like, does it justify you doing something or talking a certain way about a group of people? Be,
Mm.
because of that, no, it doesn't. It still doesn't justify
No,
it.
but what you're saying is that I'm fucked up and racist because I'm not
I
upset.
didn't even say
No,
fucked up, but
no. But pretty much, this is what you're implying. You're implying that I'm racist because I'm not upset that a racist woman who tried to stab a cop got killed. I'm sorry that I'm not upset that she's dead.
that's the thing though. I get why you say that. You said that you can never be a cop is because you can't. It's regardless of whatever you can't act on your emotion. Does it? She might have been racist and she may have had a knife. Regardless of anything, I can't say that. Oh yeah, kill her because you're a black person and she's a white person and she's a racist. It's cool to kill her and then tell the white cop, hey, don't kill this black person even though they call you this or did that or didn't comply. It don't make sense, bro. It doesn't. You
No,
can't.
because according so what you're saying is and continue to turn the other cheek, and
No,
then
bro. But you're what?
and then and
Okay, but besides this incident with the girl the lady that got killed, what do you know about this lady before all this?
nothing.
You know nothing about it, right?
Hmm.
So how do you know that how she treated? Besides this incident, how do you know how she treated black people?
I don't.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that like you shouldn't feel a certain way, but how do you know like you feel a certain way against a certain group of people doesn't justify a black cop killing a white person. It just doesn't. Just because they're white, hey, it's cool to kill them. It doesn't. It's the same
At
argument
what
that they
point did
have
I
with
say
us,
that?
huh?
But that was never the argument. The argument was, oh well, it was okay for him to kill her because she's white and racist.
You definitely said racist.
No,
But
I
you
said
said
that she is racist.
Mhm.
But the argument was, if cops are allowed to, if white cops are killing unarmed black men, and it's justified, then it must be justified for a black cop to shoot a racist armed woman who is trying to stab him. That's what I was saying.
so you're saying it is justified that he shot her. I'm asking you. That's a question. I'm
I,
asking.
I just said if we
Bro, I'm just
live
asking a question. Yes
if
or no?
and what I'm saying in my response is if we live in a state where it is justified for cops
I'm
to
not.
kill.
But I'm not asking about scenario. I'm saying you. Do you think it was justified? Yes or no? That he killed her.
I don't know because I wasn't there. I don't know. I didn't see exactly what led up to the moments where he shot her. Like all I know is what I read in the article is that the woman was racist and she tried to stab him with the scissors and the cop reacted and shot her. Now, everyone else, I'm again.
What I'm arguing is what you said before, where before and even in the previous episodes you said it was justified that he killed her. I'm not arguing that she's racist. I'm not arguing that she's white, that she attacked him. Those are all facts. What I'm arguing is what I argue was what you said before, which was it was justified, saying as a fact he was justified in killing her. I'm saying I can't justify it because at the same standard that I hold him is the same standard that I hold any other cop. And I can't say that it's justified for him to kill her when she only had a knife and he could have shot her leg. And say to this guy to this cop, this guy had a fucking gun. Granted, again, he was already held down.
No, but granted, there's no evidence. You can only sit there and
And
be
that's
this harsh
but that's
on
why
this cop
but
because
that's
there's
why
a video.
but that's
You
why I
can't-
prefaced the argument as saying if what he said was true. That's the first thing I said. If what he said is true and we follow this story, do you think da 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 da? So how are we getting out of that?
But what I'm saying is, because we do not have the video of this cop, because his body cam was he didn't do the due diligence in recording it and having it activated. we cannot know whether it was justified or not.
Before we went into the argument, right, where I asked you, what do we talk about? The cop, right? And me myself is I just said that there's no reason that he should have killed this person, that he should be punished for that. I just got done saying that, so I'm done arguing. I'm talking about that. What I had asked you was, if the story is true, do you think that it's justified the same way we just talked about with the black person? I'm not. We already spoke on that. We said it was wrong. We agreed on the same things. So I'm not arguing about that. What I said, if the story is true and you follow the story, is it justified? Just as the black cop was justified. That's all I was asking. A hypothetical question. And I preface it by saying, if what he said was true. I know there's no evidence. I'm not judging it as a fact. I'm saying if the story is true.
And what I'm saying is that there is no way to properly evaluate either or, because there's video in one and there isn't in the other. We only go by. Never mind. Can we just change the fucking topic? Because I just feel like I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
But I agree with you. I don't understand where the misconnection is. I'm agreeing with what you're saying because there is no evidence, and I'm saying that because there is no. First of all, it's shady because coincidentally he doesn't have body cam. So as far as that cop, the white cop, I agree with exactly what you're saying. There's no argument there. The And I think you fail to understand that I'm saying, if the story is true, a hypothetical, like if it was a factual story, would you, and we can, during comparison, I mean, that's my fault. I should just not even brought it up, but I was trying to make a conversation in another topic about the last story that we spoke of, if the story was true. But you didn't follow along with me. Like, I don't understand. We agreed. We talked about the white cop. We agreed about it. We moved on. We had the same idea, and then I gave a hypothetical to just kind of expand on the topic. I don't get it.
Because you're already putting me on the defensive, because you're already making me feel like I'm racist because I'm not upset that this lady is dead. So now that we're already established in that, now that I'm already on the defensive, I don't feel like continuing on with this, because now I already feel like you're making me look a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I'm just like, well, let's carry on. But if you want to keep going,
I'm good. What's the next topic? See, 27-year-old former NFL player commits suicide. I didn't see who that was. Who was that?
Honestly, I don't remember. It was somebody that had stopped playing for like a couple years. But George Atkinson III. And then just a year before that, his brother had died as well.
So former Notre Dame Fighting Irish and Oakland Raiders running back George Atkinson III has passed away at the age of 27. Atkinson's the third twins brother Josh died just over a year ago, and George was dealing with depression since his brother's death. Atkinson twins played together at Notre Dame and were members of the 2011 recruiting class. Atkinson rushed for nearly 1,000 yards and had 10 rushing touchdowns during his 3 seasons with the Fighting Irish. He also was a member of the track and field team. I didn't say how long he played with the Raiders, though. Let's see. He signed with the Oakland Raiders, then found himself on several practice squads, making his lone NFL regular season appearance during Cleveland Week 17 finale against Pittsburgh in 2016. As of right now, the cause of death is unknown.
I mean, it's just sad. I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully it wasn't suicide. But He's young, 27. No reason to be dead at that age.
Yeah. Sad.
Especially once you've been in the NFL, you got to be successful. I mean, I know being successful isn't equating to happiness, but it's a sad way to go out.
Mm-hmm. And they said his brother was a suicide as well. Or did he just pass away?
I'm not sure. I don't think it was a suicide, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say. I don't know. I feel bad for the parents having lost some. I mean, 2 kids in a year. That has to be devastating.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah. Rest in peace to him, to Atkinson, the third. Um, and deepest condolences to his family.
most definitely.
And well, trying to go back to later news here, but staying in the NFL. Eagles fans have a petition going around for
Making the Eagles walk home from Miami.
yeah, that was terrible loss. But the Cowboys lost yesterday, so we have another chance.
I mean, even the Redskins have a chance. Like I see on Twitter, the Redskins, who are 3-9, can mathematically win the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's just pathetic. I mean, I don't even. I don't know. I want the Eagles, of course, to win, and but this is.
I mean, whoever does make it out is gonna get out the first game though. They'll definitely be out the first game. Their NFC East is pretty poop this year, this season.
It's almost like having a bye week.
But yeah, see, speaking about dropping out of competitions here, Kamala Harris dropped out of the presidential run. So that she just simply did not have the finances to keep sustaining her campaign. She said she's not a billionaire. She can't fund it herself.
That just sounds like some bullshit. Like, you think Kamala was short on donors and people that wanted to see her run against Trump?
Yeah, she's supposed to be like a big juggernaut when she came out. She was a big name out there. Her and Joe Biden.
That's what I'm saying. It just sounds like some bullshit. Like, I mean,
Yeah, I think it does sound like someone told her to step down or out of the race or something.
probably Joe Biden.
Also, she looks pretty old for 55. I don't ever want to go into politics, man. That makes you look old.
Oh, yeah. Especially being president.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a picture of Obama and I was like, damn, yeah, he definitely aged.
Yeah, definitely. Even Donald Trump looks tired when I see him make speeches.
I mean, Trump always looks tired of me, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to Donald Trump for being. He was in a.
You say shout out to Donald Trump
for being in a what show or movie did we watch the other day? What movie did we watch that I said it was Donald Trump and it's like the back of his head? Oh, it was Mr. Robot with the Illuminati. Yeah. So apparently Trump's Illuminati. In case you guys didn't know.
Part of the Deus group. Yeah, I mean. wreaking havoc across the world with Ecor, the White Rose. Shout out to Sam. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Esmail and the cast. Rami Malek and all of them. They're just they kill that show.
Shout out to my FBI agent. Listen in.
Why you say that?
Hmm?
Why you say that?
Because they're always listening.
Did you get like suggested ads or something?
No. I got one that said stop talking. Turn the podcast off right now. No. Not yet. But yeah, let's see. So Devin Nunes. Who is Devin Nunes? I don't even know who that is. To be
Me
honest with you.
neither.
So we're gonna skip over that topic.
No, like don't skip over it. Like he's somebody in Trump's cabinet, but apparently he's suing CNN because
Oh, for the Joe Biden thing.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I remember. Wasn't the guy that was they got corrected by the lieutenant colonel guy?
I think so.
I know it was definitely Nunes was the last name. I don't know if it was him though, but excuse me. That's Lieutenant Colonel, sir. Thank you.
But yeah, he's
That's
suing
funny.
CNN for like 400 million.
I seen that. Yeah, I did see that.
Like
For being one, what does it say? One of the biggest fake news media outlets.
well,
For what? What about Joe Biden though? What exactly are they suing about? I don't understand.
I have to read the article. Like honestly, bro, there's times like I don't even be reading this shit. So I be skimming through these motherfuckers. Like I just be I be just like everybody else, nigga, just reacting to the surface story.
Passed up a few opportunities to bash the media in recent impeachment hearings, and now he is suing, and he calls the mother of fake news, CNN. Nunes, the ranking member of the House of Intelligence Committee, filed a lawsuit against the network Tuesday, seeking damages of more than $435 million. He's suing over a November 22nd report that Lev Parnas, the indicted associate of, indicted associate of Rudy Giuliani, was prepared to tell Congress that Nunes met with Viktor Shokin, the former Ukrainian prosecutor, in Vienna last year to discuss digging up dirt on Joe Biden. Nunes says he never has met Shokin, and also denies that he took a trip to Vienna in December 2018 or that he communicated with Parnas. And I'm not going to read the rest because it's a very long article. But that's basically the story.
Do you think he's full of shit or not?
I think he is, but I think he's well covered because I don't think he would put a lawsuit unless he's well covered. I think he has a good alibi, but doesn't prove that he didn't go down there. I mean, and that's why when people say that, hey, you got to speak with the facts or the proof that's out there. I mean, who controls what's out there? The people in power. So we only know what they want us to know. Honestly,
Everything is a lie.
so I mean, yes, is it? Do I think that he's lying? Yeah, I mean, I think he probably did. Now, can I back it up? No, but can I take his
His word at face value?
yeah, nah. Every politician lies, so how do I know this one isn't a lie?
Yeah. Man. These predator ass politicians, these creepy ass motherfuckers. But I mean, that's just how it be. Like people that just want power, I mean, should never be trusted. Like like power should never be something that like you just go looking for. It should be something that like you just kind of happen to stumble upon and accidentally because you needed to be a leader or some shit. Like, nah. You know what? I think I'm a leader. Just wake up one day. I was chosen, like Trump.
Chosen one.
Yeah.
Speaking of holy music and holy places, virginity check, virginity, virginity check law in New York. They did that because of
Shout out to
T.I.?
T.I.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got AOC out here passing laws like what? He doing what?
That's crazy.
Not my state.
What they call it, the T.I. law?
I don't know. I don't think they would call it the T.I. law. I think T.I. probably sued the shit out of them if they did that.
The tip law?
Just the tip.
Yeah.
But nah, it's crazy the the media frenzy that comes with like going viral. Like you don't you never know how fast it goes, and I think like a great one said, you're not you're responsible not for how you intended it to be, but for how it came across.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So you got I don't know what T.I.'s doing. I don't know if he's like on some I'm trying to go viral, social media marketing campaign for his podcast.
Well, didn't he say? Yeah, I mean, he said that. Didn't he say that? It was just him joking or something like that.
Yeah,
and
you said that to
nobody really got it, whatever. And
nah, but his daughter was liking comments that were like saying that he was a creep and shit. So it's like if your daughter is sitting there on
yeah, but that
it just
I guess this is a place of assumption. So
of course, I mean, we're all speculating. I mean, like for example, T.I.'s daughter could be in on it, and she was just like, "Yo, I'm gonna like." Comments that say my daddy ain't shit because I want people to think that my daddy ain't shit.
Well, maybe
so
he was
viral,
she was liking it. Well, also maybe she was liking it because she was just like, I can't believe this nigga just said this, like da 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 da. So whether it's true or not is embarrassing either way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I know, but that's why. I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know why T.I. said that shit. I like and the reason not because I mean first off because it's embarrassing for his daughter to be putting that kind of information out there publicly like that, like like medical information, but also I mean because T.I. is fucking like as far as I always remembered him, like he was the ladies' man. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have whatever you like, stacks on deck. You know what I mean? Like
that wasn't too smooth, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, and these women are coming for his neck, bro. So he went to Jada, and they had the little red table talk, and he tried to clear that up and be like, "Oh, nah, I'm just joking." But man, these women are mad, yo.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time for that healing, and women don't ever forget. So I'm just gonna put that out there too.
Or forgive.
Yeah. They make you think they forgive.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about women and marriages. Apparently, men don't want to marry.
Fuck no. That shit is
That's true.
for the birds, bro. I mean, I guess like you'll find out like once you get married, and you see like. I mean, maybe, hopefully not. You know what I mean? Hopefully yours is a different story than mine. But, after being married once, like, and not just being married once, but I mean, like, just the way, like, relationships are going nowadays, I'm just like, yo, I could never see myself marrying any of you bitches. Like, y'all running around crazy right now. Like, and it's, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, trying to, like, if y'all want to be, I mean, hey, feminism and, women's, sexual liberty and, we can fuck everybody. You know what I mean? Hey, do what y'all do. Y'all can be just like us and worse. But you ain't wife material.
Oh, no.
Like, and that's just that. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see girls out there I want to get married to. Like, it's just not feasible for me. Like even like girlfriend material is hard. I mean, like, cause yeah, I mean, like for me, I mean, even though a girlfriend is just a girlfriend, like if I'm gonna settle down with one, like I'm invested. Like, don't be having me looking stupid. Like, you know what I mean? I see so much shit like where I don't know, like I get it, you know, us guys were like creeps. You know what I mean? So many like asshole guys out there treated their women like shit. So like of course like you know this all these things that are going on now are necessary. It's a necessary uh, growth. You know what I mean for growth or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point in time, man, like marriage does not seem like a it for me. I mean, I know you're in a relationship, so I mean, like, I know you probably feel differently, and I mean, I totally could get that if you
Just
did.
gotta. I would say like for marriage, you gotta make sure you're compatible with somebody. That's to me that's probably like the most important thing, regardless of anything.
So, what do you want in a wife?
Hmm?
What do you want in a wife?
And a wife, I mean, probably the same thing that I want in a girlfriend. I mean, gotta be obviously pretty, attractive, because you gotta be attractive. But someone that's smart that I can actually hold a conversation with, talk about stuff, not just dumb shit like bochinche and gossip. Also talk about real shit. You know what I mean?
Get on the podcast.
Huh?
Get her on the podcast.
Yeah, no real shit. What else was I gonna say? Oh, someone that can make me laugh. If I can't laugh with someone, because sometimes people think I laugh, but I'm not really laughing. Like, and then there's times where I really laugh. If you can't make me laugh, nah, man. You gotta be, because there has to be some humor in a relationship, because it's not always great days, but if you guys have a good sense of humor, like, you can pretty much get through anything. There's a lot of times where, my girlfriend's mad at me or whatever, and I make her laugh for a second, and it's like we're not even arguing.
Well, I mean, like, look at the beauty of this podcast. Like, 20 minutes ago, we were arguing about cops, and like now we're just back to bullshitting and talking about marriage and what we would be. I mean, yada yada yada. I mean, like, it's just like I think that's just how men are built, though. Like, and not that's no, not, maybe that's not fair. I think that's just maybe like the way these kind of platforms are built, rather, that because you're going through so many different topics and you're gonna have so many different opinions. It gives you a chance to kind of crack a joke here and there, and then like things you could just be like, oh yeah, yo, all right, whatever. And because I mean, there's certain things that I'm gonna be more passionate about than others. Like, I mean, you know me, like, how long I've been against police brutality publicly on Facebook, and how long I've been preaching about this shit. So when it comes to shit like that, that's one thing that, like, when it's like weed legalization, that's something I'm gonna be hella passionate about. When it comes to Mac Miller, and that's something I'm gonna be passionate about. That's why I was on my fuck Gold Link shit last weekend. People were like, yo, you wildin', but like some people felt me, like they understood, and it's just like that's the beauty of what we're trying to create here. I mean, like, and not just here, but shout out. I don't want to, what I mean, be copying and shit, but I mean, just shout out to everybody out there that's just being innovative and pushing the boundaries to taking things to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because like like listen, I mean, like, we're not making money off of this, so I mean, like, every once in a while I'll be alright. But just shout out to everybody that inspired us. You know what I mean?
Is this your outro?
Something like that. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying, like, because it's definitely like dope to see like platforms like this exist. You know what I'm saying? Where we can have conversations like this, and whether good or bad, you know what I mean? Like we can be honest and have a conversation, and cameras are done, and we get back to life. You know what I mean? Like, and that's is dope. Just to like that we're part of that wave.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, so shout out to all the pioneers, and everyone's gonna come after us. You got anything to say?
Nah, I am good.
Nah, you ain't got nobody to shout out, nobody to.
Shout out to people who are watching us, people who aren't watching us, to the followers and to the unfollowers.
Shout out to people who caught the stream for like 10 minutes, but was like, "Yo, what's wrong with these niggas?" And was like, "I don't ever want to see them again." I mean, even y'all. Well, shout out to y'all because you missed out.
Shout out to whoever came in here and was like, "Yo, what's highly offensive about this, yo?"
But
all right, so that was the last topic. Oh, but I wanted to talk about, right? I was going real quick. I wanted do you hear about the sports analyst that got fired for saying that Lamar Jackson does so well because he has a dark uniform, dark skin, a dark ball, so you can't see where the ball is because it gets lost within the dark skin, dark uniform. And he got
who
fired.
said that?
I forget from where he was at, but it was a sports analyst got fired for that.
Like on like a major.
I can't remember what his name was. Let me see. I'll find it real quick.
That's wild. He's
Yeah.
like, man's so black he could just hide the ball.
Yeah, he went on like a radio show and said it. Let me see. It was headlines. Let me see if it's in sports. Sports. Dang, Knicks head coach got fired.
Yeah, I seen it earlier. I mean, I seen that coming. They trash.
Yeah, but they probably didn't matter early though. He just became the coach.
Yeah, you see, Carmelo got his contract guaranteed for the rest of the year.
Oh, word? No, I didn't see
Yeah.
that, but I heard he's been killing though.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I heard he's
good
been
though.
killing, but the Trailblazers has been trash.
Well, since he's been there, they've been winning. Let's see, Lamar Jackson. Let me see. Ah, man. I don't know who his name was. Like sports analyst. Oh no, I'm sorry. He got suspended. He didn't get fired.
Wow, it's even worse.
So the headline says 49ers analyst Tim Ryan should be fired, not suspended over his dark skin comment over or about Lamar Jackson. So I'll read the article here real quick. It's not that long. A little long. But it says the San Francisco 49ers called a flag on the play by suspending the radio color analyst Tim Ryan.
Radio color.
Does that mean that he's? I wonder if he's white or black. Tim Ryan Wednesday for racist comments he made on a Bay Area sports talk show Monday, in which he asserted that Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson had been adept at faking handoffs because of his dark skin color and with the dark football. The problem is that Ryan's penalty, a 1-game suspension, is grossly inadequate, amounting to nothing more than a gimmick play to dismiss the incident without any real consequence. Here's what happened. As reported by the San Francisco Chronicle, I'm not gonna read all this. I wanted to see if they had maybe the video or the audio. Oh, he's white. Because I heard the audio.
I figured.
When he said it, and that was crazy.
Don't nobody say some shit like that, but no. Some
racist white person.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
he's so black he can fake out the ball.
That's nuts. And like, they don't even think about it.
And like, that's some hating shit to say. Like, you couldn't even just be like, yo, he nice. Like,
He's really good at that fake, Lamar Jackson. But when you consider when his dark skin color with a dark football with a dark uniform, you could not see that thing. I mean, you literally could not see when he was in and out of the mesh point, and and that's gonna mean, and you're a half step slow on.
See, like for example, right? Like, I kind of want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Had the very first thing he said not been his dark skin, and then it was almost like he followed up like, oh, his dark uniform, his dark shades.
I don't think I don't think he meant it maliciously. I would hope not, and I don't think he did the way he was talking.
Nah.
I think he was just talking sports.
Yeah.
But
it didn't seem like
but you gotta be.
But you have to be conscious.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's and I think white people get mad at that because it's like they're like, oh, why do we gotta be this and why do we gotta be that? It's because you're white. Like you owe black people at least a good 500 years of watching what you say. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So like, you gotta be conscious about that stuff, especially with how PC the world is nowadays and social media, and man, it like one wrong step one misstep could ruin your career.
Mm-hmm. And I would not want to be that guy's boss, yo. Like, and all of a sudden see like the fucking firestorm of tweets come in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
Cause you know what I mean, like he's probably been there for forever. Like, they probably fuck with him heavy. And trying to let him just go off rip like that, like off.
I mean,
like
if it picks up traction though, he'll get fired.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, I wanted to just throw that in there real quick because I saw that. I thought that was crazy. I was like,
no, that's wild. That's wild.
That's nuts. That's so nuts. But
People definitely need to watch what they say, unless it's highly offensive, because we are not gonna watch what we say because we're not football players. We're not athletes, not cops. Just guys in a room talking.
highly offensive.
Episode 27. Episode. It's like Mike Tyson. Episode. What episode? Let me stop before I get punched in the face. Episode 27.
All right, we'll see you guys next Friday. We're gonna aim probably for 8:30 to 9, because we always start at 9 for some reason. So we'll start between 8:30 and 9.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Dynamic duo
out.